Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your Wednesday warm-up. I'm Carter, and today's practice is about doing an overall practice that we could do literally every single day so we can find connection and awareness of the entire body. So let's get to our mat. All right, yogis, to the front of our mat. Big toes come together, and if that's not comfortable, maybe a little bit of gap between the feet. Ribs and belly draw in, tuck the tailbone. Hands come together at the heart, thumbs towards the heart chakra. Bend and straighten your knees. Take a nice big inhale, arms reach up, lift the gaze, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, nice and easy, fold forward, bend the knees a little bit so the belly can come towards the thighs, tuck the chin, release the head. Inhale, come up halfway as you flatten your back, lift the chin, lift the chest like you're looking for the horizon. And then exhale, bend your knees enough to plant your hands, walk yourself back to the top of a push-up, lower the knees down, and nice and slowly lower all the way to the floor. Squeeze your legs together, point your toes, press your feet, hips and hands into the ground as you lift your chin and chest, keeping the elbows nice and close to the rib cage. This is Cobra pose. See if you can keep your neck nice and long as you bring a little bit of heat into the lower back, and then exhale, lower down and soften. Inhale, come on up to table, hands come under shoulders, knees under hips. Wag the tail just a little bit from side to side to create some mobility in the lower sacrum. And while you're doing this, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your chin and chest. It's a wagging cow pose. Keep moving. Let's go into cat pose, a wagging cat pose. So tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. And let's do it again. Inhale, belly drops, lift the heart, chin and chest. And then exhale, round and squeeze. Roll over your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips, and you're in an inverted V, down dog. The head is dangling between the arms, the spine is long, hips are drawing back, and then you're slowly starting to invite the knees to get a little straighter, and you can do this one leg at a time, or you can do them both at the same time as you invite the heels towards the floor. So in your down dog, the head's fairly neutral between the arms. The hips are lifting high. Inhale, come onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands, and just walk your feet to your hands. Again, big toes together or a little bit of space there between the two of them. Come up halfway, flatten your back like a table. Exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin, release the head. Inhale, come all the way up, standing arms reach up. Right hand grabs left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. So we're finding a little fluidity today, but nothing really fast. Inhale back to center, arms reach up, left hand grabs right wrist, side bend. Inhale back to center, arms reach up, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin, release the head and soften. So bend your knees a little bit, drop your hips down. This is a seated chair pose or Utkatasana. You're going to lift your torso up, your arms can extend out in front of you like you're handing someone a present, or you can start to lift them up a little bit higher. The weight is in the heels, the ribs and the belly draw in as you tuck the tailbone. How much you sink into your chair is up to you. One more deep full breath. Fold forward, tuck the chin. Inhale, halfway flatten and lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant your hands, left foot steps back and swivel it so the bottom of the foot is flat. Right knee is bent, arms reach up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So find the pose by bending and straightening your right knee. Adjusting the space between the feet so you're nice and stable. Shoulders are square to the front of your mat and they're drawing down and away from the ears. Twist to the left, open up your arms, widen your stance, to warrior two. So right knee is straight ahead, right toe straight ahead, ribs and belly still draw in, tuck the tailbone, relax the shoulders. One deep full breath. Swivel your right palm up, drop your left arm down, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling for exalt warrior. For a little bit more, sink low into that right knee as that right arm reaches up over your right ear. So reverse warrior. Take your right forearm and just rest it on your right thigh with your right palm up. Slide the left arm over your left ear, swiveling the left palm towards the floor. Extended side angle. So the right shoulder, right hip draws back. So the gaze is up towards the ceiling. The right knee presses out towards right pinky toe. You may feel it in the right groin. One more deep full breath. And then look down to your right big toe. Bring both hands down. Step your right foot back. And then nice and slowly lower all the way to the floor. Let's do that cobra pose again. Squeeze the legs together. Push feet, hips, and hands. You could come up a little bit higher. In cobra pose, the elbows should always have at least a little bit of a bend. So this would be as high of a cobra pose as I'd be comfortable with. Exhale, lower down, soften. Inhale up to table. Let's give ourselves just a few cat-cows. So inhale, belly drops. Pull the heart forward as you lift your chin and chest. Exhale, round and squeeze. Just making sure that the spine is warm. Try it again. Inhale, belly drops. Lift the heart, chin, and chest. Exhale, cat. Roll over your toes. Lift your knees, lift your hips. Again, into that downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, pedal the knees, shake the head, soften. Again, I want you to find the pose as you get into it. So you're moving around, asking the body, where do I feel it? What do I need? It's not about how the asana looks. It's how it's feeling. Onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Walker step, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway up, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let's get back into that seated chair pose. So bend the knees a little. Lift the torso up. Arms could be out in front of you or up over your head. Ribs and belly draw in. If your big toes are touching, the knees are squeezing. But if you have space between the toes, I don't necessarily need the knees to press. All right, fold forward, belly towards thighs, tuck the chin. Bend and straighten the knees a few times, just get a sense of the back body. And then halfway up as you flatten. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, right foot steps back. Let's swivel it. Come into that warrior one pose, arms reach up. Again, find the pose, so move the feet around and bend and straighten the left knee. Shoulders down and away from the ears. The palms are swiveling in towards one another, so the shoulders are in their sockets. Tuck the tailbone. You may feel that in the right hip flexor. And then twist to the right. Open up the arms. Widen the stance. So in our warrior two, the stance is fairly wide, so don't be too shy to get the legs nice and wide. If the knee doesn't come over the ankle, that's fine, right? I'm okay with that. Swivel your left palm up, drop your right arm down. Slide that left arm over the left ear as you create a little bit of space in the left ribs. Big inhale, slow exhale. Left forearm to left knee, swivel the left palm up. Right arm reaches up and over the right ear. Draw that right shoulder back. Long right side body. So you're pushing through the outside of that right foot and you're literally reaching with this right arm. It's not just hanging there. Get some power and extension. And then look down to that left big toe. Both hands come down. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. It wouldn't be a full practice if we didn't do a little bit of a balance pose. So let's do tree pose. So root your left foot into the ground and then come onto your right toes. Ignite this left leg and then take your right foot somewhere on the inside of that left leg. Could be the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. If your balance is a little funky today, you can grab the wall or a chair, or if you have a small donkey, child, big dog, goose. I don't know. That would be a huge goose. Big goose. Hands to heart center. For tree pose, if you want some branches, extend your arms. Shoulders down away from the ears. Really long through the torso. That whole goose comment got me all flustered. Let me know if you have a huge goose where its head is this tall. One more breath. Hands come to heart center. Nice and softly take the right foot up out in front of you. Roll the ankle. And softly, right foot comes down. Roll onto your left toes. Press the front of your ankle towards the floor. And then just visit each one of those toes. I want to get a little flexibility in the front of the ankle. All right. And then shake out that left leg. Let's do the other side. So right foot roots down. You don't have to do this. You don't have to get into it super fast. So come onto your left toes. Get some power in the right leg. Come to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Knee opens up. Again, get those huge geese that you may have and use them. Or hands to heart center. Arms could open up. If you're looking for a little bit of a challenge, you can move your drishti, which is your gaze, which is usually at the floor. You can lift it up towards the ceiling. And if you're really super ambitious, you can close your eyes. And if I even think about closing my eyes, I almost fall out. Falling out of these balancing poses is a great way to know your edges, right? You fall out and you're like, okay, there's my edge, no problem. All right, hands together. Left leg extends out in front of you. Roll the ankle. And softly, left foot comes down. Roll onto your right toes. Press the front of your ankle, top of the foot towards the ground. And then some circles. And shake it out. Come to the front of your mat. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Lift your chin, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin, release the head. Inhale halfway as you flatten and lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, right foot steps back, right knee lowers down, right toes point. Take the left foot with your right hand and draw it back towards your right knee as you lay that shin down, preparing for pigeon on the left side. So find that extension through the back leg, lengthen through the torso. If you need more sensation, left shin comes a little bit more parallel to the front of the mat, and then draw this right hip back down. That's a little too much for me. You can draw it back, elbows down, and soften. A little bit of movement from side to side. This is inventory. This is not trying to fix the hips. We're just getting a sense of, okay, that's what I feel. And if you're tight in hips like I am, just throughout your day, you're doing all kinds of little hip openers. Sitting in a chair, crossing the shin over the thigh, leaning forward, doing forward folds, maybe putting yourself into a pigeon or two. So it's like, we talk about practice, and I get a lot of questions, how often should I practice? And I say this, and I mean it, every day. Every day. Doesn't have to be long. This practice is 20 minutes. I have 10-minute practices, 30-minute practices. I have hour practices, 5-minute practices. Like, practice every single day. Know where you're at. Your body will eventually heal as you move through it. So we don't want to rush it. Hands under shoulders, gently lift yourself on up. Drop to your left hip. Sweep this right leg around. So right ankle is as high as you can get it on the left thigh. Right foot roots down. Right hand to the floor by the hip or by the spine. Lengthen through torso. Take the crease of the left elbow around the right knee and twist to the right. That sounded a lot like Twister. Right foot, red dot. Left hand, blue dot. So let me recap. Right knee is trying to stack on top of left knee. Right foot's rooting down. Twisting to the right. Right hand is to the floor to support the spine. The chin tucks. The breath is deep. And then inhale, come back to center. Slide your right shin on top of your left shin or in front. So cross-legged pose or double pigeon pose, whatever's working for you. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades, straighten the elbows, move the head, and then hinge at the waist. Arms can come off the lower back till you feel like it's enough. This is more of a hip opener as well as fronts of the shoulders and chest. One more deep, full breath. Inhale, come on up. Unwrap your hands. Shake them out. Lean back. Unfold the legs. Come into boat pose. So hands can be on knees or hamstrings or extend them out in front of you. Knees can be bent or straight. Whatever's working. Whoa. And then cross at your ankles. Roll over your feet. Plant your hands. Down dog. Pedal feet and knees, wag your tail, shake your head. 3 breaths here. If you're feeling a lot of pressure in the wrists and hands in your down dog, it usually means that the hamstrings are tight and we're leaning towards the hands a little bit more. So bend the knees, draw the hips back. It'll give you a little less pressure on the hands. Inhale, come onto your toes, look forward. Bend the knees, walk, step, or float, feet to hands. Come up halfway as you flatten and lengthen. And then exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, left foot steps back, left knee drops, left toes point. And then the right hand's going to grab this, left hand's going to grab this right foot. We're going to bring it back and we're going to lay the shin down. And then we'll prepare for pigeon on the other side. Keep in mind, right side, left side, probably different. So you modify in a way that supports that hip. And then we soften, and we're only here for about a minute. It's about 5-6 rounds of breath. You can press into the sensation. You can rock a little side to side, make these little micro adjustments. Breath is deep and free. One more deep, slow breath. Hands under shoulders, lift yourself on up. Drop to your right hip. Sweep your left leg around and take that left foot on the outside of that right thigh and press that foot down. So we're doing that twist again on the other side. So left hand to the floor by the hip or spine. Crease of the right elbow around the left knee and squeeze that left thigh towards the belly. Twist to the left. Nice. Big inhale, slow exhale. You may feel it in a little bit of the left hip. You may feel it through the lower back. We're drawing the belly in to kind of wring out the vital organs. One more deep, full breath. All right, come to center, slide left shin on top of right shin for double pigeon or left shin in front, if that feels better. Lengthen through torso, interlace your fingers behind your back, maybe bring the opposite thumb on top as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, straighten the elbows, maybe move the head, keep the neck malleable, and when you're ready, hinge at the waist, stop where you feel like it's enough. When I say we're trying to be curious in practice, curious is a little bit of movement from side to side. Find out what is going on, where is the edges and limitations. And inhale, gently bring yourself on up, release your hands, give them a little shake. Take the hands to the knees or thighs, and we're going to make circles with the torso. One direction, other direction. Open your arms nice and wide. Take your right arm underneath your left arm. Right hand grabs left wrist or palm. Elbows up. Shoulders down. Hands away from face. And then we're going to move those hands a little right and left. Elbows up and down. And then inhale, unwind them, arms open up. Do the other side, left arm underneath the right arm. Left hand grabs right wrist or palm. Shoulders down, elbows up. Hands away from face. Pendulum the hands, right and left. Elbows up and down. Unwind your arms, hands to knees, roll the shoulders, front to back to front. Move the head. The left hand to heart, right hand on top. Big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Have a great day. Namaste. Nice work, yogis. If you want to extend this practice by 10 minutes, click here. If you want to expand it by 30 minutes, click here. Make sure you click on my picture to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. Give me a thumbs up if you like the practice. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.